We want to talk about this wedding that we went to. We were indeed at a wedding, and if we don't get both invited to the wedding, then they never see us again. Anyway, so if anyone wants to invite me, invite him too, and vice versa. So we were at a wedding, and during the cocktail reception hour, I found myself speaking to this woman, this middle-aged woman, who I later determined was the most boring person I'd ever spoken in my life. It was really upsetting, actually. Basically, she was talking to me, and she was going on, and could care less. We had no mutual connection. And even if you didn't, I like chatting, I do, but it was a one-way street with her. And so I was looking around trying to get out of this, and I found him in the corner of my eye, and I beckoned for him to come over, and he came over, and I introduced I said, this is my brother, and this is my new friend, whatever. And then I left. I just left.
And it didn't take me long to figure out what was going on. This woman was painfully boring. It's like, you are wasting my lifetime. And then all of a sudden, my competitive edge kicked in. And I was like, you're gonna bore me? I'm gonna bore you. And I remember what Todd was saying about what boring is. It's about talking about something that the other person doesn't care about at all, but just going on and on and on. No reciprocity, And so I figured I would start talking about golf. Because I love golf, but if you don't like golf, it's really boring. So I said, oh yeah, back when I was younger, I used to drive the ball 290 yards. Now it's just 270 yards because I've already had this. I was using Callaway then, but now it's a Nike. And it was the greatest thing in the world. She had never been the borer, she'd always been the boree, So she didn't know what to do. She was looking around, and then that's when Todd came over to try to help me out.
I tried to help him out, so I said, hey, I just saw our friend Bob. Why don't you say hi to Bob with me?
Yeah, and I blew him off, and I said, we already said hi to our friend Bob. I said, besides, we're having so much fun over here. Yeah. And so I keep talking about golf. But remember, she's not going to give up without a fight, okay? She's not going to give up. She starts talking to me about, various clothes that she's knitting for her different grandchildren. But then I came back at her with the directions I took to get to the wedding. I was on I-95, but then there was traffic, so I made a left on the exit. And that was doing well. And then she started talking about, various recipes she's experimenting with. But I pretended I was interested in them, which nullified her boring powers, I was like, oh yeah, that must taste great. Yeah, that's great. Yeah, a little salt and pepper, that's good. Then I started talking about the stock market and different sectors I thought were doing well. And then this one, I could tell I had her on the ropes, and I was just I was looking for the knockout punch, trying to think of the most boring thing I could possibly think of. And then finally it came to me, and I started talking about my friend who works in a tire manufacturing plant. And I said, oh, he took me there once, so you gotta melt it. The rubber at exactly the right temperature, or else there could be a recall of 93, or was it 94? I'm not sure, maybe. And then just like that, she went down, and she's like, oh, excuse me, I've gotta go to the bar. And I was like, yes, I bored the bar! Thank you. I get so angry when I walk up.
Calm down. I'll talk for a little bit.
Thank you.
That's cool. I love that story.
Thank you.